Sri Gurubhyo Namaha, children. I am happy to welcome you all for our online learning. Class 10, subject biology, unit 15, nervous system. Today, we are going to discuss about transmission of nerve impulse. All the informations from the environment are detected by the receptors located in our sense organs. You know very well, eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin, these are the 5 sense organs. In that sense organs, the receptors are present. Now I am standing here in the AC room, they have so many changes in around me. So all these environmental changes are detected by my sense organ, like that. So all the changes, all the informations from the environment are detected by receptors located in the sense organs, such as eyes, ears, nose, skin, etc. The informations from the receptors which is present in the sense organs are transmitted as electric impulse or electrical impulse. Once again I am repeating, the informations from the receptors are transmitted as electrical impulse and it is received by dendritic tip of neuron. You know very well, a neuron has 3 important structure. I am going to draw the diagram of nerve cell or neuron. See, in the previous class we already studied the structure of neuron. Neuron has 3 parts. What is this, children? Very good, dendrites. What is this? Nice. It is cytoplasm. In that cytoplasm it is nucleus. Cytoplasm is called cyton. So dendrites, this is cell body or cyton. Inside that nucleus is present. What is this, children? Axon. What is this? Terminal end of axon. Very good. Terminal end of axon. Clear? So the axon is covered with a membrane, that is myelin sheath. If the axon is covered with myelin sheath, it is said to be myelinated neuron. Okay. So see, the information from the receptor is transmitted as electrical impulse and it is received by dendrites. So all the informations, all the electrical impulses are received by dendrites of the neuron. Once the information or impulse, electrical impulse is received by the dendrites, it passes this electrical impulse to the cell body, cyton, followed by this all the impulses it moves to the axon and finally it reaches to the terminal end. Clear? Yes. This impulse travels from the dendrites to the cell body. Cell body is nothing but cyton, okay, and along the axon and finally it reaches to the terminal end of the axon. Clear? See here, this is a picture of nerve cell or neuron. This part is called axon and this is called synapse, and this is a dendrites of another neuron. Clear? The axon of one neuron. This is axon of one neuron. This is dendrites of another neuron. See, on reaching the axonal end, this is the axonal end. Axonal end, it causes the nerve endings to release the chemical substance called neurotransmitter. Once the electrical impulse reaches the axonal end, it causes the nerve endings to release a chemical substance, neurotransmitters, which diffuse slowly to the synapse and it stimulates the dendrites of the another neuron. Clear? Once again I am repeating. On reaching the axonal end, the electrical impulse causes the nerve endings to release the chemical substance that is called a neurotransmitter, and this neurotransmitter slowly diffuses across the synapse. This is called synapse. Synapse is nothing but the junction between the axonal end of one neuron to the dendrites of the another neuron. So, synapse is nothing but junction. If two roads meet in one particular point, that is called a junction. We are frequently calling it as junction. The same way, this is the axonal end. The axonal end of one neuron joined with the dendrites of another neuron, that point is the point of connection is called synapse. Once the electrical impulse reaches, it causes the nerve endings to release chemical substance that is called a neurotransmitter, which diffuses across the synapse and it stimulates the dendrites to carry out the electrical impulse. Clear? It starts a similar electrical impulse, same electrical impulse in the dendrites of the next neuron, then to their cell body, and then it carry along the axon. In this way, the electrical signal or electrical impulse reaches the brain and the spinal cord. Okay. The response, the information or electrical impulse is transported to the brain or the spinal cord. Now the response from the brain is similarly passed on to the effector organs such as muscles or gland cells that undergoes the desired response. Clear? The flow of nerve impulse from axonal end of one neuron to the dendrite of another neuron through a synapse is called synaptic transmission. So, once again I am repeating, the flow of nerve impulse starts from the axonal end of one neuron to the dendrites of another neuron through a junction through synapse is called synaptic transmission. See here, the axonal end, the electrical impulse reaches the end, it causes the neuron to release the chemical substance, and then this chemical substance stimulates the another dendrites of next neuron. So, that is called synaptic transmission. Okay. The next one is neurotransmitters. Neurotransmitters are the chemical substance which allow the transmission of impulse which allows the transmission of electrical impulse of nerves from axonal terminal end of one neuron to the dendrites of the another neuron or to an effector organ. The important neurotransmitter released by neurons is called acetylcholine. Very important, one more question. The neurotransmitters, the important neurotransmitters released by neurons is called acetylcholine. So, this acetylcholine only stimulate the dendrites of the another neuron to continue this process. Clear? The next topic is human nervous system. The complexity of nervous system can be observed during the course of evolution. So, in our body so many organ system is there: digestive system, reproductive system, endocrine system, respiratory system, muscular system. Like that, nervous system is also one among them. Okay. So, the complexity of this nervous system can be observed during the course of evolution. When the human beings is totally different from other animals, other organisms, we have the ability to think, we have the ability to take action, which is due to the well developed nervous system. So, human beings only have the well developed organ system when compared with the other organism. The human nervous system is differentiated into central nervous system. In short, it is called as CNS, and another one is peripheral nervous system. It is called as PNS, and third one is autonomic nervous system. It is called as ANS. So, human nervous system is differentiated into central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, and autonomic nervous system. The central nervous system, CNS, acts as a center for information processing and control. So, all the information are receiving and then processing the information based on the information, and all the controls fully act on the central nervous system. Central nervous system is nothing but brain and spinal cord. These two comprises of central nervous system. So, the CNS consists of brain and the spinal cord. PNS, peripheral nervous system, it is made up of only the nerves which connects the brain and the spinal cord to all parts of the body. So, PNS is also very important. It is made up of nerves which connects the brain and spinal cord to all parts of the body. The third one is said to be ANS, autonomic nervous system, is formed of sympathetic and parasympathetic nerves. Clear? Thank you children. We will see in the next class.